Hey everyone, Chris here with England, Oregon. I've left the boat behind and I'm headed to the Oregon coast. I'm going to be traveling to Netarts Bay to do 3 of my favorite things: crabbing, eating at schooners, and of course sharing the experience with you guys. So I have about a 4-hour trip ahead of me. I'm going to go ahead and put on some traveling music and I'll see you guys there.
I never get lonely. I got these goals to keep me company. I took the rear view off of this so forward, so I only see in front.
We're down here at Netarts, just starting, and I was trying my crab hawk, and the crab hawk itself really wasn't working so well. There's a little bit too much current yet. It's still an hour until low tide, low slack. So there's a lot of current pushing right now and it just wasn't working. So I switched it up and did the snare type trap. See if that works any better.
Wonder why we write these songs. 'Cause I'm only one drink away from the devil. I'm only one call away from home. Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle.
So it is November the 9th, and this is my first full day here. I was going to go down to the north part of the bay, but what I found when I went down there at high tide, well, let me back up a little bit. When I got here yesterday and was able to go down there at low tide, and there's a large flat that goes down, and then there's a bit of a trough, and we were crabbing right off the edge of that trough, so it's pretty easy to cast out into it. Today I went down there and that water, it's high tide, which is obviously, I'm finding much different doing it from the bank as opposed to doing it from the boat. The high tide was pushed all the way up in the flats and was pretty choppy water down in that area. So I decided to come up here right next to the boat launch. There's some areas that are pretty sheltered and it drops off pretty deep. So I'm giving it a go this morning here at high tide to see how that goes. And weather permitting, I'm going to head down to the other area of the bay. Low tide tonight is 5 o'clock-ish. So I'll see if I can't go down there and hit that this afternoon. Wish me luck.
Mistakes I made, I paid for them in cash. Walked a million miles and broke.
Well, first toss out, I ended up getting a nice red rock crab. Nice smell, got some big old pinchers on them. So I normally don't keep these, but what I was seeing yesterday is a lot of people were catching red rock crab more than anything. So I figured if I get a nice pile of those, why not?
Head son of a sinner, searching for new ways I can get gone. I'm a pedal to the highway. If you ever wonder why we write these songs.
So I know you guys are all wondering, how does Chris keep that fantastic England, Oregon body in shape? I will tell you, doing trips like this, having my Oh, maple and bacon. Maple bar. Look at that. And my lovely cup of coffee. There'll be more fitness tips later. Probably around dinner time. Well, like I said, I'm back. I'm at the northwest corner, the inlet to the bay. I have about an hour and 10 minutes until low slack, but I'm looking at the water conditions right now. It's moving pretty good, but I'm gonna go give it a go. It's my last evening here, so I'm gonna head out and see. The weather sucks. It's really wet, which I'm prepared for, but wind luckily hasn't kicked up yet, but we'll see. I don't know how much video I'll be able to get. One thing about this camera, it is not waterproof, so I don't want to push it. So I will go out, do what I can do, and try to summarize everything for you guys. Well, the weather's letting up a little bit. It's getting pretty late, closing in on tide, but also closing in on sunset. I'm gonna stick out here as long as I can. I did get myself a nice keeper right off the get-go here. Just about had to go swimming for him. Sucker was hitchhiking on the top of my trap when I reeled it in, hit the bank and took off running. But we got him. But we're back at it. Actually turning out to be pretty nice weather. It is just dead calm right now with just a little bit of sprinkles, so I can't complain. Well, just about ready to call it a wrap. Pretty impressed with this camera. It's almost dark, and I'm showing up in my viewfinder here, very well lit. Very impressive. But anyway, I am just about ready to call it quits. I got a couple crab in the box here. I got some from this morning. Not crazy numbers. 4 Dungeness at this point, and some nice large red rock. I could have had more. Yesterday I gave one away. I just didn't feel like messing and cleaning one. You know, I'll give some away to the folks who were crabbing next to me when I left. But I really enjoyed this trip. It was a simple getaway, something to do with very little gear, low budget as far as going to the coast could be anyway. And I've had a great time. For my takeaways of it so far, I think it's good to have a couple different techniques. You know, the one with the snares in certain conditions with any kind of current flow versus the ones that open up. If the current's slack, completely slack like it is now, those work great. It's nice having the both because you can crab in more conditions that way. But by the boat launch did well for me this morning at high tide, and up in the northern part of the bay did okay for me in this afternoon. But I really enjoyed the trip. I enjoy sharing it with you folks, and I hope you enjoyed it. So until next time, Angling Oregon, let's fish. Well, I promised you a fitness tip again. Angling Oregon fitness tip number 2. When in Netarts, eat at schooners. Got my steak and potatoes and crab meat.